On a Penn State prediction roll, if I'm not mistaken. The last two picks, you said that Penn State would crush Purdue. I think it was 40-7.
Yep.
I also think you felt like Penn State was going to cover the 7 or the 8 against Iowa. They did that. I was not as fortunate. I thought it'd be a close game. Penn State would win by 3. Not so much. So I'm gonna rely on your vast knowledge of handicapping in general. It's Penn State back out in Indianapolis this weekend, or actually in Indiana this weekend. They have an Indiana team that is desperate for a 6th win to get to bowl eligibility.
Yep.
As we tape this, Penn State's about a touchdown favorite, right around 7. The total is 59. My question to you is, does Penn State get its 6th consecutive victory? And more importantly, do they cover the number?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Short and sweet. I like it. All right, that's a wrap.
And we see that again. Yeah, I look at this game, and the bowl eligibility thing is something that you really look for this time of year.
Yeah.
Here's the good news for Indiana. It plays Purdue in its finale. So it has bowl eligibility in the bag as long as the program still is able to play football games. So I look at it like this. I think this is another game where Penn State might be, looked at as, are they going to do what a lot of past Penn State teams have done and find a way to make an error here, make a misplay, fumble the ball there, somehow lose on the road in a dreary Midwestern Big Ten city at noon. I don't think this team's going to do that. I think we can finally say that. If I'm wrong this weekend, I'm wrong. I have 45-21 Penn State in the game. There's lots of points put up.
Yeah.
Indiana's going to throw the football. I think they can score late in the game. So I think it'll be a little hairy at first for Penn State, kind of like the Purdue game. But this has been such a second-half team, whether they want to admit it or not. And I don't see any way Indiana could make any sort of adjustments after halftime if Joe Moorhead has it dialed in, which he usually does, to slow down this Penn State offense enough to win.
Yeah, a couple of things. It's not like this Penn State team has been wildly successful the last couple of years, and they're kind of getting used to 10 and 11 wins. There are some carrots dangling in front of this football team with a couple games left. I mean, a 10 or 11 win season, they're kind of on the cusp. They are in the National Football Playoff conversation at 10. And the other thing I think that I wouldn't discount is this team. I think this team really, really, really enjoys kind of playing hard, especially on offense for Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
And they know that he is in the Heisman conversation. A New York City trip is possible. I think there is so much to play for. The other thing I would say is Penn State's done a great job of building depth on both sides in case anything calamitous happens, even if something happens to Trace McSorley. Yep. It looks like Tommy Stevens is a guy that can run the offense and gain some yards. I think they're built to win games. I think they're built to overcome injuries. And we're close. I say 48-24 Penn State. The way this season's going, the way they're calling plays, the way they match up with the teams left on the schedule, and what they have in front of them, Greg, I'd be really surprised if any of the remaining 3 games are close.
I don't see Rutgers being close. Michigan State is packed it in. They're done. Mark D'Antonio, I think, has given up. So, yeah, I think you're looking at Iowa and Purdue like spreads in all 3 of these remaining games, including this one.